Ethiopia, never colonized but colonized differently. Is Ethiopia truly free? While it boasts of never being formally colonized, a closer look reveals a nation grappling with neo-colonial forces that subtly undermine its sovereignty. Are we witnessing a new era of dependency, masked by economic partnerships and diplomatic maneuvers? Ethiopia's economic landscape is increasingly shaped by external actors, raising questions about its true independence. The allure of foreign investment often comes with strings attached, potentially compromising the nation's control over its own resources and future. A recent $600 million dairy project deal with a UK firm has sparked debate. While proponents tout its potential to boost the agricultural sector, critics worry about the implications for Ethiopian independence. Is this a genuine partnership or a subtle form of economic control? The project, financed by foreign capital, could lead to a loss of control over a vital sector. This mirrors historical patterns of colonial exploitation, where resources were extracted for the benefit of foreign powers. Are we repeating history under a different guise? The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has been accused of undervaluing Ethiopia's exports, according to bondholders. This alleged manipulation, coupled with a growing debt burden, paints a concerning picture of economic vulnerability. Is Ethiopia becoming a pawn in a global financial game? Ethiopia's economic future is increasingly tied to the whims of international financial institutions. This dependence echoes the historical reliance on colonial powers, raising questions about the nation's ability to chart its own course. Can Ethiopia truly prosper under such constraints? Beyond economics, political dynamics also reveal traces of neo-colonial influence. Diplomatic tensions and geopolitical maneuvering often serve as tools to exert control and shape outcomes, reminiscent of colonial powers' tactics. The recent conflict over a port deal with Somaliland has ignited diplomatic tensions with Somalia. This situation is fueled by competing economic interests and geopolitical ambitions, highlighting the complex web of power dynamics in the region. Is Ethiopia being used as a pawn in a larger game? Diplomacy, often touted as a tool for peace, can also be used to exert influence and control. The Somaliland port deal exemplifies how economic interests can drive political maneuvering, echoing the tactics employed by colonial powers in the past. Are we witnessing a new scramble for Africa? Cultural neo-colonialism, though less overt, poses a significant threat to Ethiopia's identity. The subtle imposition of foreign cultural norms and values can erode local traditions and create a sense of cultural dependence. Ethiopia's celebration of its 80 languages is a positive step towards cultural preservation. This recognition of linguistic diversity reflects the nation's complex relationship with its diverse population. Is this a genuine embrace of multiculturalism or a superficial gesture? Multilingualism can be a powerful form of resistance against cultural homogenization. However, there is also the potential for linguistic and cultural dominance by certain groups, mirroring the historical power dynamics of colonial rule. Who gets to define Ethiopian culture in the 21st century? Ethiopia stands at a crossroads, facing challenges that threaten its sovereignty and economic independence. The nation must navigate these complex dynamics with caution, ensuring that its development is driven by its own interests and priorities. The evolving nature of colonialism demands a critical and nuanced understanding. Ethiopia's future hinges on its ability to address these challenges head-on, reclaiming its agency and charting a path towards genuine self-determination. The time for passive observation is over. We must demand transparency and accountability from our leaders and international partners. Educate yourself on the issues, engage in informed discussions, and advocate for policies that prioritize Ethiopia's sovereignty and economic independence. Share this video to spark a national conversation, and let's collectively shape a future where Ethiopia truly controls its destiny.